Before we get started, I just want to say welcome to December. It is the last month of the year 2024, and you now have 31 days. Well, 31 days from the start of the month, but you have 1 month to end this year on a bang, to make it the best year that you can. And that is plenty of time. So take action, do whatever it is you need to do to make sure that 2024 ends exactly the way you want it to. I have faith in you, I have confidence in you, I believe in you. So let's make this year end on a bang. Now, with that, here on the podcast, we're going to talk about a really important topic this week, and that is the power of words. And specifically, the impact of verbal abuse and how to overcome it. Unfortunately, I have a history of dealing with verbal abuse, and I say unfortunately, but the truth is, maybe it is fortunately, because it led to me focusing on the power of words and probably paved the way for me becoming the kind of psychotherapist that I am and the kind of person that kind of obsesses about the impact of words and the power of words. So we're going to get into that this week. We're going to start today where I'm going to talk to you about just how powerful words can be and why they matter so much. So welcome back to the aha moments, where every day I share the lessons I've learned in my work as a psychotherapist and in my life to inspire you to be your very best self. Of course, I'm your host, Elliott, Connie. And when I think about the power of words, I think that words have the ability to build someone up or to tear someone down and play a significant role in how they think about themselves. And I can tell you the moment when I realized, like, the words I had been given impacted me. Like, the words that we receive as children, as younger people, they become like the tape that plays in our head. They impact how we view our capabilities. They impact how we view the world around us. They impact how we think about what we're capable of or what we're not. But they're really, really important. And of course, when you're growing up, like, you don't know how these things are impacting you. Like, my father used to call me names, and one of the things he would say that was most harmful was I have two brothers, one older, one younger, and my father, so three. So my father would get really upset, and whichever child he was mad at, he would say, "I only have two sons," and he would, like, write off whichever one he was mad at. And when you hear that as a young person, like, it devastates you. For your father to, in essence, verbally disown you, it is massively impactful. I mean, like, really, really impactful. And I didn't know what to do with that. Like, and I knew it was hurtful, but I didn't know the impact it would have on me long term. So it was a hard thing. It was difficult for me to digest. It was difficult for me to go through. But the moment I realized this is impacting how I view myself, is I was in high school, and my best friend and I, Kyle, and his parents had gone to a hockey game. The Boston Bruins are the local professional hockey team, and they have a minor league team called the Providence Bruins. And Kyle's parents, they used to take us into the city and take us to things, and we would do stuff together. And this particular day, we went to a Providence Bruins game at the Providence Stadium. I think it's called the Providence Civic Center. I don't know where they play now, but back then it was called the Providence Civic Center. And we walked in, and they had these posters on the wall for upcoming events, like the circus is coming, whatever. And one of the things they had on the wall was a Bobby Brown concert. And I saw that. And at the time, Bobby Brown was like the king of the musical world. And I saw this, and in my head, I said, I wish someone would take me to the Bobby Brown concert. And I was 16 at the time. Kyle was 16. He's a little bit younger, a few months younger than me. So in my head, I said that. I wish someone would take me to the Bobby Brown concert. And what I want you to notice is the very low locus of control. I wasn't saying I want to go. I was saying I wish someone would take me. Kyle does not say that. What Kyle said was, out loud, he said, I'm going to go to this. And he said, Mom, can I borrow the car on whatever date? And can Elliott and I go? And I remember thinking, like, wow, that's what, like, self-assuredness and confidence looks like. And that's what I had been robbed of. When someone tells you, the horrible things that my father told me, name calling up to and including, like, you're not my son anymore, you rob that person of feeling good about themselves. And when you don't feel good about yourself, you don't think that you can accomplish anything, even something as small as going to a concert. So it's really important to remember that words impact the people around you and how they view themselves. So be very, very careful with your loved ones, your partners, your children, people you work with and for, people work for you. Be very, very careful about the words you choose, because the words you choose matter. Thanks for being here. If you wouldn't mind doing me a super huge favor, I would love it if you would share this podcast with at least one person in your life that you think could benefit from hearing this message today. And also, don't forget to subscribe on Apple Podcasts or anywhere else you listen to your podcast. And also follow me on all of the social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky. You can search for my name, Elliott Connie, or at Elliott Speaks. That's my handle across all platforms. Can't wait to see you tomorrow.